What's up guys, I hope you all are doing great. In today's video we will be taking a look at long range meta weapons after season 5 reloaded update. These are the best weapons for long range gunfights. Long range meta is quite versatile at the moment. You can use any of these guns that suits you the best. So let's take a look at the long range meta weapons. At first spot we have Lachman 762. Its TTK is insane, one of the fastest right now. TTK is phenomenal. The only downside of this gun is its recoil. So we will be building a loadout that has minimal recoil. So let's build it. Muzzle we will be using ZLR Talon 5. This muzzle provides us not only suppression but also helps us in controlling the recoil. And if you are someone who doesn't use suppressor, then you can try out SAKIM thread 40 muzzle thread. This also helps us in controlling the recoil of this weapon, but I would suggest use suppressor as much as possible, because when you fire a weapon in battle royale, your location will be exposed if you are not using a suppressor. So suppressor is a must. Personally, I like to use suppressors on my guns, but if you are someone who doesn't care about it, then you can go with SAKIM thread 14 muzzle. For barrel we will be using 15.9 Lachman RAPP barrel. This also helps us with recoil control, and it also provides us bullet velocity, as we will be using this weapon for long range gunfights. That's why we need bullet velocity as well. We will be equipping that. Then for optic, as this is a long range weapon, we will be using VLK 4.0 optic, and for magazine we can use 50 round drum mag, and for rear grip we will be using Lachman TCG10. If you wanna use this weapon for burst fire, then you can use FTAC Reaper. But if you wanna use its auto mode, then you should be using Lachman TCG grip for FTAC Reaper. This is the build for first weapon. Next weapon is TAQV. This weapon is still really good for the long range gunfights. Especially its recoil is not that hard to control, it's easy to control. Still we will be using it for long range gunfights. That's why we will be building it with the best recoil attachment so that we can manage its recoil at longer ranges. So let's start building it. For muzzle we will be using ZLR Talon 5. For barrel we will be using 18 precision 6 barrel. Then for underbarrel we will be using FTAC Reaper, as it helps us in controlling the recoil. Optic will be VLK 4. You can use any optic you like, but I prefer VLK 4 as I am using it for long range gunfights. And then for magazine we will be using 50 round drum mag. Next weapon on our list is RAPP H. This is also a very good weapon for long range gunfights, as it has literally no recoil. It's very easy to control and its fire rate is phenomenal. So let's build its loadout. So for muzzle we will be using Polar Fire S. And for barrel we will be using Romeo FT16 barrel. Optic would be VLK 4.0, but you can use any optic you like. I prefer VLK 4, so it's totally up to you. And for underbarrel we will be using FTAC Reaper, and as it is LMG we don't need to use any magazine, but for some reason if you want a even bigger mag you can go with 100 round mag. But the build I am using right now, I am using rear grip Lachman TCG10, as it helps me even more with the recoil so that I can laser beam people at longer distances. This is really good weapon for long range gunfights, very easy to use. Next weapon on our list is SAKIM MG38. This LMG is by far the best LMG for long range gunfights. My personal favorite at the moment. I am using it all the time for long range gunfights. It's the easiest weapon to control, as it has zero recoil and it laser beams people at even longest distances. This is one of the best so far. My personal favorite as well. It's the most meta weapon I would say right now. So let's build its loadout. For muzzle we will be using Polar S. For barrel we will be using 20 Bruin silver barrel, and optic will be VLK 4.0. We don't need any magazine as it has already a really big mag. It has 100 rounds, so those are enough. Then we will be using rear grip TCG as it helps us in controlling the recoil. And for under barrel we will be using FTAC Reaper. The only downside of this LMG is its reload speed. All LMGs has a really bad reload time, so that's the only downside. Otherwise this gun laser beams enemies at any range, very easy to control. Its damage profile is really good. If you will use it, you're gonna fall in love with it, as it is a beginner friendly and most effective weapon, at least for me, because when I shoot with this weapon my accuracy is really good as compared to Lachman or TAQV. So try this loadout and let me know in the comments, did you like it or not. Next weapon on our list is also LMG, which is also really easy to control. Its damage is not that bad, but it got nerfs couple of times, but still it is usable. So let's build its loadout. For muzzle we will be using ZLR Talon 5. For barrel we will be using TAC 597 barrel. As we will be using these weapons for long range gunfights, therefore it is important to have a good bullet velocity and damage range. For optic we will be using VLK4 as always. For under barrel we will be using FTAC Reaper. For rear grip we will be using Demo X2 grip. This is the best loadout for RPK. Try it out. It has no recoil at all. Damage is really nice. You will laser beam enemies at long distances. Very beginner friendly gun. Next long range meta weapon on our list is KASTOV 762. This gun has a phenomenal TTK. Really good TTK, fastest TTK. I think Lachman 762 and KASTOV 762 has the fastest TTK in this list. But the downside of this weapon is it's really hard to control. Its recoil is really high. It's not that easy to control this weapon, as it requires a lot of skill to control its recoil. So let's build a loadout in a way that we can control its recoil. So for muzzle we will go with ZLR Talon 5, because this muzzle provides us bullet velocity, damage range, plus it helps us in controlling the recoil as well. And as I already mentioned that I use personally suppressors, but if you are someone who doesn't like suppressor, you can use SAKIM Thread 40, as it is the best muzzle to control recoil of the weapon. And for barrel we will go with CAS 10 barrel. And then for optic VLK 4.0. And for rear grip we will be using Demo X2 grip. And we will be using a 40 round mag on this gun. For some reason, if you can't control its recoil after practicing it, you can go with the underbarrel and you can remove the magazine, as it has a really high damage profile. So 30 round mag is enough. If you land your shots with this weapon, it has a crazy TTK. You can use it in a burst style. You can burst fire, and that way it will be easier to control its recoil. Next weapon on our list is ISO HEMLOCK. This is a really beginner friendly weapon. It has also a really good TTK, and I think any beginner can use it. Its recoil is very easy to control. So let's build its loadout. For muzzle we will be using Herbinger D20. Barrel will be Fielder T50. Optic will be VLK 4.0. Magazine will be 45 round mag. And grip will be SAKIM ZX grip. By the way, if you are looking for close range meta, then you can check out my video for close range meta weapons. Link will be in description, or you can click on the I button to check that video. Next weapon on our list is CRONEN SQUALL. This weapon also has a very good TTK, and it is really beginner friendly gun. Anyone can use this weapon as it has no recoil at all. Its TTK is also really good from medium to long range gunfights. So let's build its loadout. For muzzle we will be using ZLR Talon 5. For barrel For barrel, we will be using HR 6.8 barrel. For optic, we will be using VLK because we will be using this weapon for long range gunfights. Magazine will be 50 round drum mag. And under barrel will be FTAC Reaper. So this is the loadout for medium to long range gunfights. I hope this video was helpful. Drop a like, subscribe for more, and try out all of these loadouts and let me know in the comment which weapon suits you the best. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care.